Hello, everybody. My name is Rob Fremland. I'm your instructor, and I'd like to welcome you to Chem 111 for this summer of 2020, continuing with the COVID pandemic. As this class is completely online, we're never going to meet face-to-face, so this is very likely all you're going to see of me unless you come to an office hour, which will be Zoom sessions, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. So what I want to do today is I want to welcome you to the class, and I want to go over the syllabus and the website. So let me go ahead and start with the syllabus. All right, so you're going to have a website, and this is the syllabus for the class, and this is going to talk about everything. So this kind of information, so you're watching this video so you can disregard this. But if you're watching it from an email, you definitely want to go to the website. So Chem 111, I just want to make sure you're in the right class. Chem 111 is a chemistry class for non-science majors. So if you're a STEM major or allied health major, you're in the wrong class. This is for liberal arts majors, basically people who need a science credit. And so if, like I said, if you're, make sure you're in the right class. This is not Chem 100, this is Chem 111. So this course is really, I'm going to try to make this course useful to you because I know most of you, this is not your thing. This isn't your major. So this is chemistry in society. So we're going to look at a lot of topical issues, but we're going to start with a basic understanding of chemistry so that then we're going to apply those principles to various things like we're going to look at air, so that'll be climate, air pollution, things like that. We're going to look at energy, so fire. It's almost like earth, air, fire, and water. Look at energy and ways that chemistry is used to derive energy. We're going to look at water and water purity and what is in water. And then we'll do some stuff about drug discovery and drug design. And we'll probably talk a little bit about viruses, since that's what's going on. So hopefully this class, when you leave this class, even though you're not a science major, you'll A, consider changing your major to chemistry, but B, more importantly, there's a lot of stuff that goes out in the news today, and this is not going to make you an expert by any stretch of the imagination, but it will certainly give you a frame of reference from which to look at scientific information and make a little bit more informed decisions, or at least learn to ask the right questions. Anyway, so that's what the course is about. Course objectives you can read for yourself. The textbook, I don't know if you can see in the corner, but this is the textbook. This is the 9th edition of Chemistry in Context. There's if you have an older edition, that's fine. The 10th edition is out, but we're not using that. I'm switching to that actually in the fall, but use the 9th edition. And if you have an older edition, that's fine. All right, so attendance and withdrawal. Obviously, this is an online course, so there is no attendance, and I'm not going to have days that you have to actually check in. So it's just going to be a function of making sure that you do all the work and get stuff turned in on time, and it'll be, the due dates will be pretty obvious as you progress. And you can go in, at a faster pace if you so desire. All right, August 8th, however, is the very, very last day. And at 11:59 on August 8th, the Canvas site will shut down and you will not be able to access anything. So that is the absolute last day to get stuff turned in. Now, some other things, because this is an online class, there's some equipment you're going to obviously need. You want to make sure you've got good internet access and that you've got obviously a computer or a phone or something that can access the internet as well, but good Wi-Fi, good internet access. I'm going to ask you during the semester to upload documents. So you're going to need a means to perhaps scan a document and send it to me as a PDF. And that's going to happen relatively frequently. There's software that you can get that you can download onto your phone that I understand is free that'll do that, or a scanner, anything like that. You might want to have a printer available as well, all right? As far as dropping the course, the July 17th is the last day to drop and still get a W. Just make sure, I'm not taking roll, so I'm not going to know. So make sure if you decide to drop the class that you actually drop the class. Don't assume that I'll drop you. All right, office hours. Actually, in summertime, summer classes, traditionally, we do not have office hours, but I'm going to hold office hours. It's going to be every Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. to noon, and it's a Zoom office hour. And this is the link to my Zoom room, so to speak, and the password is 791006. There's also a link to it on the Canvas site, right? If that time doesn't work for you, if you want to talk to me at a different time, just have a work schedule or something going on, shoot me an email. This is my email right here. But notice that my name has a D, my email does not have the D, and we can set up another time. All right, so I'm going to go over the website in a couple of minutes, but you should be able to access the website. It's Canvas. Let me just go over how the course is going to be graded and the lecture material, and then I'll go over the website. So all the material, all the lecture material are PowerPoints and videos. So the PowerPoints, you can scroll through, so you can download them and you can go forwards, backwards, sideways if you want to. And then what the videos are basically they're PowerPoints with me lecturing. So it's kind of like a voiceover of the PowerPoints. What I recommend you do is download the PowerPoint and then play the video, because that way you can scroll through. And you can, of course, hit pause on a video if you need to review things, if you need to slow down or speed up. You know, I don't really know how fast I'm talking because I'm talking to a computer screen and I don't really know, that kind of feedback. So, but that's how I recommend you do it. Take notes from it, all sorts of stuff, and of course, reading the textbook. Everything is in order, so you can just kind of go in order. And there is a schedule that's posted, and I'll talk about that. That'll give you a feel of where you should be on any given day. As far as grading, and again, all my videos, I try to keep the videos 10 or 15 minutes. So if you see that there's 3 videos over a topic, it just means it took me 3 videos to go through that material. And you can kind of assume that they're 10 or 15 minutes each, half hour, 45 minutes to go through all of them. But I would budget my time so that you have time to watch the videos, all right, and time to review. All right, as far as grading, I got a few things I'm going to do. I'm going to have some participation discussions, and they are graded just if you do them. So if there's not right or wrong answers, they're just, and you'll see the first one's going to pop up very quickly, and they're going to be scattered through, and they're just you're just going to answer a question, to write a couple of paragraphs in Canvas, and that's it. All right, like I said, they're 5 points each, as long as you do it. All right, and there, for example, the first one is a question, what is science? And I don't want you to look things up. I want you to just off the top of your head, what does it mean to you? And then we'll go through the material and you can kind of take your previous impressions of it and add to it what I have to say. Okay, homework. There are 13 homework assignments. They're graded on a 10-point basis. Everything is turned in, obviously, through the Canvas site. What I do with homework is there will be a PDF document that is a whole list of questions that I want you to print and answer, and then upload and send to me. In addition, there will be about 5 questions in the Canvas site that you will answer, and those are graded. So what I do is the upload is worth 5 points, and then the other 5 questions that I ask you, might be 4 sometimes, it might be 6 sometimes, those are worth 5 points as well. Those additional questions are actually questions from the homework that I just decided to actually grade. All right, you'll get a better feel for it as you go through. As I said, there are 13 homeworks. I'm going to count the best 12. The participation, I'm counting all 5. Homeworks, there's 13. I'm going to count the best 12. The dates are in the Canvas shell. All right. As far as late policies go, I'm going to shut those things down after a week. So if you shoot me an email and say I'm having trouble, can I have an extra day? The answer is going to be yes. But after a week, they won't even be available to you. It's really important that you keep up in this class. All right, reading assignments are not quite like the homework. Homework is going to be more about the lecture material. Reading assignments are perhaps an article in the newspaper that I saw that I thought would be relevant to the course. And then here's this article, read it, answer some questions about it. Or there's one where I give you some labels to read and look up a couple of things. So they're in addition, but they're really more applying the principles of the course to everyday stuff. And you'll see them as we go. There are 6 of these. They're 10 points each. I'm going to count the best 5. Right? And then lastly, there are exams. There are 4 midterm exams and a final. So the 4 midterm exams, my old exams are posted, and I'll show you where they are. If you look at the old exams, these are the same style, the same, what do I want? Same format. It's just that they're given through Canvas. All right. So there's going to be 5 true, false, 10 multiple choice, and then short answer. They're each worth 100 points. You're going to have 85 minutes to do it on the Canvas site. Now, you'll have a couple of day window to do the exam, but you can't start the exam, leave the exam, and come back. As soon as you start the exam, the clock starts ticking and you've got 85 minutes. So I would make sure you've got that much time. And, you know, when I grade exams, there's a log of when you clicked in and out of stuff, and when you stopped looking at when there was a pause. So if you're thinking you're going to go look things up on the internet, don't do that. It doesn't help you, and you know, we can kind of catch it, and we don't want to go down that road. All right. So of the 4 midterm exams, 100 points each, I'm going to count the best 3. And the dates are posted on the Canvas site. You might not, well, they're posted in the schedule. The exams will pop up when they're ready. The final exam is 100 points, covers everything. It will not be one of the throwouts. So even if you got 100 on every exam, you're still taking the final. And the final will be due at 11:59 on the 8th of August. All right, and there you go. All right, so there's your grading scheme, and it'll cover everything. All right, here's your grading scheme. So like I said, there's the participation discussions, 5 each. Right, 5 points each, 5 of them. There's 13 homeworks. I'm counting the best 12. It's 120. There's 6 reading assignments. I'm counting the best 5. Right. 4 midterm exams. I'm counting the best 3, and the final. And then it's a 90, 80, 70 scale. Okay. So that's how it'll be graded, and grades will be in Canvas, so you'll be able to get a feel for how you're doing as you go. All right. Any type of disability you need to talk to me, shoot me an email. We can figure something out. Okay, I can give you more time on exams or something like that. All right, a couple other things. This is some miscellaneous. Some of this is just good advice, all right? It's imperative, because it's an online class, that you really use your time well, because it's not going to be, you know, it's on you. I'm not going to tell you what to do on any given day. What I am going to do is pretty much most Sundays, every Sunday, I'm going to send you an announcement that's going to be kind of your weekly schedule, just to remind you that you should be doing this, 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 and this, and what the due dates are. But they will also pop up on Canvas. But it's really important to use your time well. Using your textbook is a great idea, right? I mean, you're paying for it. You should definitely read through it. In the schedule that I'm posting, you'll be able to see textbook sections, where that material is in the textbook, whether you have the 8th edition or the 9th edition. All right, taking notes is a great idea from the PowerPoints. Okay, I'm going to try to figure out a way in Canvas for you guys to be able to work together on things. You can work together on anything except an exam. But I don't know how to set that up in Canvas, but that's on my list of things to do. All right. Try not to get behind, obviously doing the homework. And I'm having Zoom sessions. It's basically 8 hours a week, right? Monday through Thursday from 10 to 12, that I will be available to help you guys out with stuff. All right, a couple more things. A word about the internet. It's extremely tempting just to take a question and look up the answer on the internet. And we all know that the internet is full of very good information, but it's also full of very bad information. And at this level, you're taking this class because you don't necessarily have enough knowledge walking in the door to know what's the good information and what's the bad information. And I've seen people put in answers, and they're graduate level answers, which is nice, but it's not what I asked you, and it's not really where we're going with this class. So what you want to do to get answers to homework questions, things on the reading assignment, is, you know, look at your lecture notes, look at your textbook, think about things a little bit, right? You guys are smart, so that's what I want you to do. I would, unless I specifically say go to this internet site and look this up, which there are situations where I will do that. It's probably a thing you should stay away from. It's not going to help you very much in this class. It'll probably give you more bad information than good. Code of conduct, you know, that's just standard language. Academic honesty is a very big deal, and it's extremely tempting in an online environment to go look to the internet. So just don't, you know, you're not doing yourself any favors. As I said, I can look at a test log and see when you were kind of off and on the test, that kind of thing, and you just don't want to do it. But the bottom line is, even though this is not your major, this is a class that's valuable to you in other areas. And I've had a lot of students over the years tell me that even though they weren't majoring in the sciences, they found the class very interesting and very helpful and topical. And by the way, towards that end, as things come up, I might throw in a topic that I think is pertinent to the class, even though it's not in the schedule. Or if you have something you want to talk about in the class, shoot me an email, and if a couple people do it, I can throw something together. Last spring, I put together a lecture on viruses and vaccines, for example, because it was right before they shut us down. All right, so this right here, this is the Mesa College Academic Honesty Statement, and I have in the Canvas site a copy of that I want you to sign and date saying I've read it and understand it, and I want you to send it back to me. The rest of the Canvas site will not open up until you do that. All right, that's it for the syllabus, and if you have questions, this is posted on the Canvas site in a couple of places. All right, now what I want to do is I want to go to the website. All right, so let me get to this. This is the Canvas site. Now, for you guys, the Canvas site's going to look a little bit different because I've got some stuff that you won't be able to see, and I haven't even published this yet. I'm going to publish it today. Today's Friday before school starts. So what you're going to see first, you're going to see the welcome helpful information module, and I want you, there's your syllabus. There's going to be this video will be there, obviously. This is the lecture schedule I told you about. This could change as, you know, and I will alter it if I need to. This is the link to my Zoom account, so you can get to me on Zoom for my office hours. Just a link to student services. This is the honesty statement that you can print, and then this is where I want you to sign it and upload it. Once you do this module, the other modules will open up, and this module, the first one, will be open. This one here is basic. So there's some other modules that I'll open as necessary. So let me just show you what's in here. So this is what I mean by one of those discussions. So this is just I'll click it just so you can see it, or so I think. It's thinking. Here it comes. It's taking, so it's just writing a short paragraph what you think science is. This is my test student when I was testing to make sure I could do it, right? And you're going to go ahead and go through that, all right? And again, there's no right or wrong answers to these discussions. These are the participation points things. Then this is a PowerPoint on scientific method, and this is the video that goes with it. This is a PowerPoint on matter. It took me 2 videos to do it. This is homework. Right, these are just the questions for the upload. There's several questions here. There's basically 6. One is the upload, and then 5 other questions. Right, this is just a periodic table, and so on and so forth. So you can see there's reading assignments, there's homework assignments. I even have the first exam set up for you guys. All right, so that's how the modules are going to be set up. Each unit will end with an exam. I have reviews in here for you when it comes to getting close to exam time that you can go over to help you prepare. So that's what's in each module. I strongly suggest go in order. There are due dates on assignments that you're turning in. I didn't put due dates on these because they're not really anything you turn in, but every assignment you're turning in has a due date so you can kind of gauge where you should be. And as I said, each Sunday I'm going to send you an announcement that tells you what you should be doing each week. All right, some other things that are going to be here, these are all closed. After the homeworks are turned in, I will post answer keys to the homeworks. All right, and they're the homework questions with worked out answers. All right, so that's what they'll look like. You can't see them yet. In addition, something that's very helpful, no, that's stuff, some of this is old material that I'm pulling from and twisting around a little bit. I have here, where is it? Exam keys, that's what I wanted to show you. I'm gonna leave, this will be available to you. These are the keys to the exams, answer keys to the exams I gave last spring. So you can really get a feel for the types of questions I ask. Now, I always write new exams. Homework sometimes I recycle, but I always write new exams. So they're not going to be the same questions, but it's going to be the same format. And to be quite honest with you, it's the same person writing an exam over the same material. They are going to be similar. All right, so you should be able to, there's plenty of opportunity for you to prepare for exams. And of course, during my office hours, you can ask me all sorts of questions about stuff. All right, I will leave these up all semester. What I will do though, after your exam 1 is graded, I will take this down and I will post the answer key to exam 1 for the summer. So when you get your test, so to speak, your grade back, you can kind of look at the answer key and see what the right answers were, because Canvas doesn't show you what the right answers are, but I will post the answer key that will tell you what the right answers are. All right, so that's pretty much the Canvas site and the syllabus. So let me stop the sharing, say a couple more things. I think I've said everything I want to say in terms of what the class is about, how to get in touch with me. I went through the syllabus and I went through the website. So if you have any questions, you know how to reach me. I will be available Monday morning, the 15th between 10 and 12 on Zoom. If you have questions or if you want to just pop by and introduce yourself, that's fine too. I will just be sitting in my office at my house waiting for students to talk to me. So that's it. I wish you the best of luck, and we'll be communicating through this medium. Make sure you check your email though, because if I communicate to you, it's going to go through Canvas or by email. All right, take good care of yourselves. Speak to you soon, so to speak.